This is my plan for 2026. This is how I'm planning to invest my money. Just sort of using this as a journal, a guide. That's sort of why I'm making this video. So it's easier for me to keep track of what I'm doing and to sort of, make sure I don't deviate from my original thesis. Because I did that quite a bit in 2025 and it really ate up my potential revenue. I was just too busy chasing these crazy potential profits and just hurting my portfolio in the end. For example, with silver. I mean, I did make, I made some money with silver, but it was just it's like the blind leading the blind. I was just trying to ride the wave. Anyways, let's just, get straight into it. The first thing that I will be doing, I'm really hoping to do, is buy more Bitcoin and XRP, or just crypto in general. I have strong conviction that Bitcoin and XRP is the future. Like, this is heavily undervalued, for the thing it is. Bitcoin deserves to be at like a million USD, and I genuinely think it will be at one point. So I'm hoping to scale up my position in Bitcoin, especially. I currently own about I think about 20% of my portfolio is crypto, so I'm hoping to bring that up to like 40%. I'm younger, so I'm able to take more risks. I kind of have to take more risks if I want to increase my capital quickly. That's about it for the first point. For the second point, I am so this is kind of an L from me. I'm not in the S&P 500 like at all. I missed the whole 2025 like crazy pump. I missed all these 15% gains. I missed all of that because every time I'd look at it, it would reach all-time highs and I was like, okay, I'm just going to hold this cash. I'm going to wait for a dip like that was in April. I was still 17 in April, so I couldn't get in. Yeah, I'll just wait for something like that, a quick correction, and then boom, I'll have a crazy entry, and then I'll make so much profit. It did not work out like that. It's every single time I look, the S&P's at new highs. I'm pretty sure it hit 7,000. It's crazy, man. Yeah, but I'm hoping to, dollar cost average into the S&P 500 while still keeping a chunk of cash in case of a downturn. Not even like a crash, just like just a small reversal or something. I don't even think there'll be a crash anymore. But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's what I'm thinking about the S&P. Sort of rotate away from defensive stocks as well. Actually, that can lead into my third point. Just tone down on the amount of defensive stocks I have because I watched so many market crashes imminent videos, so many get out the S&P, get out all of this, the AI boom's happening. No, the AI crash is happening, sorry. It influenced me to go more defensive into healthcare and retail and stuff like that. So I did get a return, but I underperformed the S&P and I just realized that that's not the way to go. So I'm hoping to, lower down some of these positions. And for the fourth point, I am, I think I briefly touched on this earlier in like point two, but I want to take more risk in general. I'm only 18. I've got my whole life ahead of me. I've got like 50 years of compounding. I need to have this money go crazy. I'm not 60 years old trying to preserve my money, investing it in gold and silver it slightly outperforms inflation. No, I need 5x's. I need them 10x's, which is why building on, that first point of, oh, why have you got Bitcoin at 20% and trying to increase it to 40%? Because I think Bitcoin still has the potential to 10x, and I have strong conviction that it will. I think that this will happen soon as well. This is a thing that can happen within the next 10 years. Bitcoin to a million. It's already holding at like 90k levels. Even if it goes down to 40,000, 50,000 USD per coin, I will be crazily buying. All this money that I've been saving up for the S&P 500, it's going straight into Bitcoin. All of it. Even if my Bitcoin portfolio, even if Bitcoin is like 70% of my portfolio, I will not care if I got in at such a low amount, because 40,000 for one coin that's a bargain. And you know, as much as I hope it does happen, you know, you also have to feel for the people that bought at 126,000, because that's what the previous peak was. You just gotta pray that they have the conviction to not sell. Anyway, it's my sort of rough plan for 2026, how I'm gonna move forward with investing. And, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever video. And yeah.